Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike Vorhies with Q92 Sports here with Canton McKinley head football coach Antonio Hall. Coach, close one tonight, 26-19. How's it feel to get the first win out of the way?
It's always good to start 1-0 as opposed to 0-1. I think we did everything possible to try to give it away, but ultimately my guys battled through adversity. We stayed together, and we got the dub.
Coach, walk us through this ground and pound offense tonight. It seemed to work very well with Jamar, with Nino, and with Stefan as well. Is that going to be the identity this year?
It's still too early to tell what our identity is going to be. Obviously, being an offensive lineman, I like to run the ball 60 times a game. But we have a really good quarterback. We have really good receivers. Guys are going to stack the box now. They see that what we can do. So our perimeter game definitely is going to be called upon. But if we can move the ball on the ground, there's no point to throw the ball.
Coach, your defense came up big when it needed to down the stretch. Warren looked like they were going to try to make this a game at the end.
They did.
What do you say about your guys?
Hey, man, I just love the way they play. They play with heart. They play with passion. You know, Dante McClellan's out there, Dior Garner, Kayvon McNeil. We got a couple new guys like Antonio Stevens, a middle linebacker. All these guys are, finding their way and setting the tone for that defense early.
Coach, you move on to Avon next week. What are you hoping to fix and get better at before you take on Avon?
We don't have the time to talk about things we got to fix. But ultimately, we definitely got to fix the ball security issue. We can't turn the ball over through the air on the ground. Penalties were atrocious tonight. We had an 18-play drive start the first half on defense because we kept prolonging it with penalties. So we can't beat ourselves ultimately. And so to play a tough Avon team on the road, we have to minimize those things.
Coach, go enjoy the win 26-19 tonight over Warren. Good luck next week. We'll see you soon.
Go Pups.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 3-3-0 to go high school football show. Week number 2. I am Mike Vorhies.
With Matt Magaw.
Ladies and gentlemen, week 1 officially in the books. What an interview with Coach Antonio Hall.
It's a nice interview there. Man.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Coach Hall looking good.
Coach Hall always looking good. Love talking with him. So that was from Thursday night's game against Harding, which McKinley won 26-19. And then on Friday night, I was at the Buchtel Hoover game, and I'm ready. Come on.
No,
Come on.
Me
Come
and
on.
the fans just know. We know.
What?
We understood. We stayed with our inner city mentality.
You absolutely
and
did.
Rolled with the Griffs.
Hey, listen, we'll talk about Buchtel here in a little bit.
Let it rain.
Let it rain, exactly. Week 1 had lots of excitement, some surprises, and some, oh my goodness, moments. Let's hop right into the recap from week 1. From our Pick Em games, we had Crestwood at Rootstown and the Red Devils from Crestwood 20-2.
Wow.
20-2. That was, I had to triple check that score. I didn't know.
So that's losses.
Yeah, that's a loss. There's the ticker on the screen. There's some scores. Aurora and Twinsburg, the Greenmen from Aurora, 42-6.
Okay. So
over Twinsburg. We're at 500.
We're 500.
We're 500. 101, baby. 101.
I like where I'm going.
Buchtel at North Canton, Hoover. I'll take the L here as Buchtel. The 1040 rolls 22-13. I'm going to say this right now. Stevie Diamond, quarterback from the Buchtel Griffins. There's not enough words to describe Stevie Diamond. I watched him helicopter a touchdown. He just is unreal. His legs, his arm, the way he carries himself. He's a leader in that huddle, and his team is looking to him for everything. And he was so fun to watch.
You won't pick against him, will you?
Probably not. Nope. I'm a believer. I'm hopping on the 1040 train.
Let's go. Let's go. All aboard.
Jackson traveled to Mentor, and Jackson, unfortunately, is going to take the loss here. The Mentor Cardinals, 36-13. Scotty Fox. Watch out for Mentor. So Scotty Fox is really good. Yeah, because I'll take that win.
And I take the loss. But you know who's still sitting not undefeated.
Okay.
Because everyone lost Rootstown.
Everybody, yeah.
The fans are one.
Fans are a game ahead of us.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, of course, our game of the week, the Canfield Cardinals and the WestBranch Warriors. Ladies and gentlemen, the WestBranch Warriors are victorious 27-7. 2 school records broke in this ball game. Boston Mullinax broke 2 individual records, one for the most rushing touchdowns at 42.
Okay.
And most total touchdowns now at 45. Boston Mullinax, have yourself a day. There was also a third
45.
record broke in this football game. AP, Anthony Perry, he kicked a 48-yard field goal, which is now the longest field goal in school history.
Yeah. What was the previous? Do we even know?
The previous, I believe, was 42, 43.
Still.
48's a 48's a boot
Just
in
let's
high
think
school.
of 40.
High
40s.
school.
Yes,
High school, folks. High school.
I said it last week. These kids they're not normal.
Bruh.
They're on another level.
And then we've got some honorable mention football games because my inbox blew up about how we didn't talk about these games more.
Yeah.
So we're trying, guys.
That's all we can
Again,
say.
join
We're trying here, guys.
join the 330 to go high school football show. Join us on Facebook. That's where the action is, guys.
Yeah,
Join
There's
us.
a page.
And
Group.
you can, that's a group.
Group.
Don't call it a
Sorry,
page. It's
my
a group.
bad. It's a group.
Send all the info, guys. Message us. I mean, you know Matt, you know me by now. Like, come on, let's do it. We missed Highland versus Hudson.
That was a really good game.
31-24, the Hornets win. But here's why I want to talk about this for a minute. Casey Myser, who was hospitalized during the week, he was not cleared to play until Friday afternoon. He had a skin infection, which caused him to be in the hospital. He then rushes for 144 yards, 29 carries, has 2 touchdowns, including the game-winning score with a minute left in the fourth quarter. He also scored the game-tying touchdown with 6:29 left in the game. Casey Myser, folks, like that's
Have a day.
you're in the hospital and yet you put your team on your back and score a touchdown and 2 touchdowns.
See, I mean that's a good story.
This
man.
is the stuff I
that.
love to hear.
You
So
were good, man. You were really digging down in the trenches.
I
You are
found
coming
this
strong
and I
this
was
year.
like, well, because somebody's like, you guys didn't talk about Highland and Hudson. I'm like, we missed it.
Wow.
Sorry. There's so many games to pick from, guys.
And
We
we gotta share the love.
gotta make
We gotta share
mistakes.
the love.
Newsflash.
A lot of mistakes.
Newsflash.
A lot of
Anyway,
mistakes.
another game that happened. Field defeats Magaw 14-12.
Do you remember last year? This was like I think we started.
It
off
was
with like a game of the week or a pick 'em
29-28. It was
last year.
29 to. I had to go back and look at the notes.
And this year,
29-28. Magaw won that game.
figures, man.
14-12. Field now has a new synthetic field.
Okay.
So shout out to Field.
All right.
They defeat Magaw. This is interesting, but we'll wait. I'm going to save it. I'm going to tease it. There's something that we need to know about Magaw, and it'll come up here in a little bit.
Okay.
Big news. Anyway,
You can just leave me on a cliffhanger.
I got to leave you on a cliffhanger. I'm like a male
everybody
soap
out there
opera,
watching.
baby. Let's
Please
go.
hang in there with
Hang
me
in there,
because
guys.
I'm just wondering. As
And
well.
before we start talking about week 2, we cannot fail to mention the Lake Blue Streaks and their come from behind 36-35 win over McKeesport, Pennsylvania in not 1, but 2 overtimes, folks.
Yes.
Lake was down 21-7 in the fourth quarter. Tied to George. Does that name sound familiar? To George?
Is his dad a coach?
His dad
All right.
is the head coach of the Lake Blue Streaks. Coach's son ran in a 2-point conversion on the second possession of overtime, which gave Lake the W. Lake had blocked a punt with 1:49 left in regulation to set up overtime. The block was scooped up by Corey Datsko Miller, who tied the score up at 21 to put it into overtime. Lake, have yourself a day, guys. That's why the games are never over.
Coach to George.
Coach to George has his son. That's awesome.
I've seen Ty over the years.
That's awesome.
So
I love it.
His son,
with the butter.
I've seen him play since he was probably in the 2nd, 3rd grade. Basketball,
Yeah.
football. Not surprised. You're going to see that name quite often here for the next few years.
Coach DeGeorge ranks up there in my probably top 20 of coaches I love to talk to. He is very knowledgeable, very fun to talk to. He says it how it is. He doesn't butter it. He doesn't sugarcoat it, man. He gives it to you the way it's supposed to be. So we talked about interviews.
Yeah.
Let's talk to you for a second, Mr. McGaw, because you did not 1, but 2. So last week when we did WestBranch and Canfield, I got to do those, which was awesome.
I was on Snooze Fest.
You were not. You were busy. And again, do we have to have this conversation? Life happens.
It's team.
It is
We're
a team. We are a
team.
strong
Are we not a
team. So Matt picked up the ball and ran with it this week. He interviewed Coach Hay from Talmadge.
Yes.
And
Coach Diario
from I didn't want to butcher his name.
I probably just did.
No.
Sorry, Coach.
Durayo.
Dario.
He did this. No
it
lie.
is.
Durayo.
You know
Dario.
what? Coach had the the Heinz Ward in the background.
He did.
He threw me off with that. He really did.
I'll be honest.
But going into that, the way that Coach talked about what he's doing over there at Ellett is a big difference.
Yeah.
And I know that it was a 51-8 against
Indian Valley.
Exactly. That's rough. But
Indian Valley is a powerhouse, folks.
His turnover, though, that he talked about, he's got a lot of underclassmen playing.
Yes.
So there's some things happening over there at Ellett, and it'll be very interesting to watch him as he starts implementing more of, his mantra. I don't know if you caught it. I brought up that signature at the bottom.
Yes.
Where he kind of has these 4 bold
Do you remember
words.
what they are?
Oh, you stink. See how he does that? It's nothing's like, getting quizzed on air to find out you don't know what you're even talking about. See how he does? He just fact checked me, and I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you're fine.
Oh man, now you're gonna make me think about him.
Just when it comes to you.
Yeah, after the show, when I look it up,
just put it up there. Yeah, Woosa.
We'll do it live.
Coach, both coaches were incredible. They were amazing. Why did we talk to Ellett and Talmadge?
Because they're our game of the week.
They're our game of the week, folks.
Yeah.
Tonight, Talmadge hosts Ellett. Ellett is coming off the loss, as Matt said. Talmadge with an exciting overtime win over Brecksville Broadview Heights. We'll talk about that. We've got not one, but 2 player highlights today.
Ooh.
Yeah, we started.
Making up for last week.
We did. Wait.
Oh, there we go.
No, there's 2.
Uh-oh. We only got 1.
No, there's 2 names that I was given. Well, see, if I'd have read my pre-show notes.
Karma just came. You see what happened?
Yeah,
Mike tried to fact check me a couple of moments ago.
I did. I got it.
Look what just happened here.
So we have 1, folks.
Blooper.
1 player spotlight today.
Yeah,
I stand corrected. We'll talk about him very soon. We'll talk about our Pick 'em games, which you, the fans, now have a 1-game lead over Matt and I. I'm coming.
We're even. We're good.
You and I are
way
tied.
better than last year when I started 1-4.
Yeah, you
didn't
do so hot. So
3-2.
We're gonna dive into the game of the week, folks. Obviously, Matt said it. Ellett coming off a 51-8 loss to Indian Valley, who is a stud team. They're looking to get to 500 against their crosstown rivals, the Talmadge Blue Devils. Which, I'm sorry, the Blue Devils, sweet nickname for a team.
Yeah,
I love it. We're not talking about Duke, though. We're talking about Talmadge. Anyway, those that get it, get it. Brandon Armstrong scored the team's lone touchdown on a 21-yard run. The Orange Men, also led by Brandon Knowles. He is a running back, wide receiver, linebacker, kind of do it all. As Coach said in the interview, he is the anchor, so to speak, I think is the title he gave him.
Yeah, he talked him up real bit.
He's getting a lot of looks from Division I schools.
That size is huge.
Yeah. Tight end linebacker Terrell Kareem, a.k.a. Diesel, had 3 catches for 43 yards.
Diesel, I like that.
He is a large weapon on offense since he plays tight end, and he's pretty tall. So just got to throw him the football. Braxton Dent, Isaac McCoy. Braxton Dent is the quarterback. Isaac McCoy is the wide receiver. They have Sincere Hill, who transferred from Hoban.
He talked about him as well.
He'll lead that offense. Knowles is the anchor on their defense, as well as some of these names, guys. Good grief. Sean Voy Wilson. I hope I pronounced that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry.
God bless
Sean Thompson, Cordell Downing, Elijah Griffin, and Jeloni Austin. That's their secondary. Oh, they're lined, ready to go. And we know that the coach will have them ready for Talmadge. Yeah. He wants to get them back to 500. Talmadge comes into week 2 after an impressive 13-7 win over Brecksville Broadview Heights. What is that? Brecksville why are they hyphenated?
What do you mean?
So Brecksville is its own city. Broadview Heights is its own city. Why are they combined for school district purposes?
I don't know.
You're a realtor. I figured I'd ask you.
Well, you see here.
There we go. See, I'm going to let Matt take this one. No,
I don't have anything. I have absolutely nothing.
Anyway, it was an overtime game. Talmadge is led by Ryan Lovelace, who went 18 of 32 for 135 yards, 2 touchdowns. Caleb Refsnyder caught a 16-yard touchdown pass with 55 seconds left in regulation to send it to overtime. Caleb had 5 catches in the game. Talon Notches. I'm hoping that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
If not, again, I'm sorry. He caught the game winner from 4 yards out to win the ball game. Tracy Franklin anchored the defense. He had 9 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a forced fumble. James Robinson had 8 tackles, 1 sack, and 4 tackles for loss. The defense in total, 3 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, and they were disruptive all night long. Talmadge and Ellett, going to be a good one Friday night, Matt.
Oh, I like it. We're not doing the pick'ems yet.
No,
though,
sir.
right?
No,
Okay,
sir.
sorry.
That's later.
See? And I'm sorry. I'm always trying
Did
to
you
jump
look at
ahead.
your notes? No.
No,
See, I didn't either,
not
and we're
even.
both learning
We all know
that
this.
we suck. Anyway,
Oh,
we don't suck.
oh,
I'm my harshest critic. Anyway,
Jeez.
so
so mean.
yeah, it'll be a good game tonight in Talmadge. Home opener. Coach Hay talked about all of the crowd and the golf carts.
The golf carts is a thing
That's
out there.
awesome.
I've only learned about this
That's
because
awesome.
I have friends out there, and all of a sudden, like multiple of those people lived out there bought golf carts, and I'm like, what is going on in Talmadge? So when I
That's so
spoke
cool.
with one of them, they started to explain that there is a plethora of golf carts that roll up because they built all those new developments.
Yeah.
Right there. So you see, you started talking about real estate, and here I go. Now I want to talk about, houses. But out there in Talmadge, they're definitely building something nice. Coach Hay's intensity is actually both coaches. I don't want to ever make it sound like no coaches, a coach is boring or something like that. But his intensity, he's got Talmadge playing a little bit different. They're really excited about that first week win over Brecksville Broadview Heights, who's hyphenated, like you said.
Right.
I mean, I want to pick.
Can we
pick?
Can we get a 330 to go high school football show golf cart?
Oh my gosh.
Is this a possibility?
Should
Can we
we
get
do
this in
that?
the works?
I think we should. Well, or a semi.
Or what? To get trucked?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Anyway, before we get into the pick'ems, because that's what Matt
I'm
is
just here for
fired
the
up.
pick'ems. I'm just here. I
He
am
is fired up for the
excited.
pick'ems tonight.
Going 5.
We're going to talk about our first player spotlight for 2024.
Perfect.
Why don't you take it away, Matt? I'm going to let you dial it up. You're not dialing it up.
No, I'm not dialing up because I don't. Oh, Tommy?
No, this one right here,
Where?
right there, bottom of page 3.
Bottom. You messed this all up.
I-
See, you're
well,
messing with me.
folks. For those that don't know the behind
Junior
the scenes,
CVCA.
hold on, pause for a second. Don't interrupt. I got
No,
to tell this
see,
quick
he
story.
he's-
Matt comes in, leaves his papers all strewn and in some order, whatever order he.
I
calls
don't know.
it.
They're in font that's like 35 because Mike can't see.
It's 11. I have my
it's
computer
like
right
the
here. It
biggest
says
stuff
11.
Ever. Exactly.
All right, keep complaining. Anyway, our first player spotlight for 2024 is
Joey Kep. Say it with me.
Kopech,
Okay, Kopech. I don't
Junior
out of CVCA.
outside linebacker, running
Number
back,
20 in the program.
but
Number 1 in your
there
heart.
it is.
That
I
is the
love
saying
it.
you're
I
going to hear
love
it
it.
all year long. Going into this, are these are still these part of it? There's
So,
95
yes.
things.
No, this
Does it go
go
that
with
way?
it goes like
Okay.
that. So stop right.
Stop right there.
Stop
Is that
before
what
that.
it goes?
Yes,
All
right there. Go.
So third in states into 2024. He on the 4x200,
Nice. So he's
So,
fast.
very fast because his freshman year ran for $170, 2 TDs, 3
Well, no, yeah,
TD
this
passes
was-
against Northwest.
That's his best game to date. 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown.
perfect. Also enjoys track, basketball, lifting. Wants to play football in college. His favorite subject. What do you think it is?
History, Spanish. It's
He's
gonna be
working
something
on
like
He's
that.
working on that speed. He enjoys track. He enjoys football. It's strength and conditioning.
That's wait a minute. That's a class.
It is now.
Can I take that class? I would like some strength and conditioning. That'd be
I
awesome.
think if you just look at my physique, you know I've missed strength and conditioning.
I
my
find the
entire
buffet.
life.
That's what I look for. That's where I'm going.
That's just me.
So,
man. That's just me.
shout out to Joey Kopech. I mean, do you want us to talk about your favorite player, folks? I'm talking to you, the fans.
Yeah.
Make sure you find the post on the group. Fill it out. It's a Google document. It's super simple, guys. It's just going to ask a couple basic questions just so we can get some information. You include a photo, and boom, we talk about your player spotlight.
Mhm.
Do it. What are we waiting for?
Have Mike type it up and then
And then throw it to Matt,
throw
who
it to me.
fumbles it. Yes.
do it live.
Well,
it's
it
not the
happens.
first time I fumbled. It
That's-
won't be.
we'll
It
be
won't be the
fine.
last
I-
time.
you know,
it comes with the territory.
I feel like I talk too much, so I like to get other people
I
involved.
like listening.
Oh,
Believe it or
okay.
not.
Well, that's
Believe it
nice.
or not, I really do like listening.
Speaking of the group, have you not joined our page? Have you
Yes,
not joined?
It's not a page.
It's a group.
It's a group.
Guys, speaking of the Facebook group, join.
What?
Join.
Now,
Join.
Go
Do
follow.
it now.
then you could have gotten in on the Pick Ems.
The Pick Ems for week
because
number
that's what we
2.
do.
If you missed last week, Pick Ems are back. What we do each week, Matt and I will pick 5 games, our game of the week, and then 4 other games. We'll discuss them. We go against you, the fans, and may the best person win. So Matt and I
right now it's the fans.
Currently at 500.
No,
we're a game. We're a game back. We're
games,
2 and 3 or
2.5.
I don't know. We're a game out. That's all I know. The
we're
fans
3 and 2.
No, we're not.
We both have 2
I don't
losses,
think so,
right?
Tim.
We both lost Rootstown.
Yep.
And I lost the Jackson pick.
And I lost the Hoover pick.
Exactly. And you also lost the Rootstown pick. So that would give you 2 losses. You see how we're breaking this down?
This is how Matt breaks it down. I just know that I only had what?
Girl math. I'm
yeah,
do girl math.
It's girl math. Our
math.
Pick'ems are back. So you see that Matt posted them on the group early this week on Monday for fans to start chiming in, picking who they want.
The fans have spoken.
The fans have spoken. Matt, why don't you tell me how well, hold on. Do we want a little intro about the game?
Yeah,
and then
however you want to roll it out. It's your show.
It's
here.
not.
Let's go.
It is. We're a team.
Let's go.
Anyway,
no, not a team.
first Pick'em game for week 2. Sandy Valley 0-1 takes on Manchester. The Panthers. They are 1-0. Manchester won in week 1, 41-0. Sandy Valley lost to Fairless 21-14. Sandy Valley has won the last 2 meetings against Manchester by a score of 49-13 and 34-15. Matt, the fans say
Manchester. Yeah.
Oh, that Panther pride, baby. So I'll take Manchester.
Are you?
I'll take Manchester. You want Sandy Valley?
Look at all these.
You're gonna go.
I'm gonna go Manchester.
I like
okay.
Manchester. I like Manchester in this game. And the fans, of course, said Manchester too. So we're a table of 3. We'll see.
Yes,
we'll see how that works.
So
all right.
so
we remember.
Apparently we were 500.
Yeah, we're something. I don't know. Game number 2, the Medina Bees 1-0 taking on. Is it Olentangy?
Yeah,
Olentangy.
Bingo.
It's not
Let's
Olen.
go.
It's not Olentangy.
We're on fire. Now. We can start the show over.
Olentangy. They're 0-1. Medina won 42-14 over Stowe. Olentangy lost to Olentangy Liberty 28-0. I will take the Bees.
The Bees.
Give me the Bees.
Across. It's across the board.
All right. 2 for C. We're smart. We're going to follow the fans here.
Yeah.
All right. Austin Town Fitch 1-0 takes on the Jackson Polar Bears down in Jackson. Of course, Jackson lost their opener in Mentor to the Cardinals 36-13. And Fitch beat Euclid 49-12.
The fans took Jackson.
Okay. Is Matt gonna
take Fitch?
Matt takes Fitch. Man, I want to go against you so bad.
You should.
I will take Jackson.
There we go.
Give me the Polar Bears.
All right. I love it.
Just put an MM or MV. You're MM. I'm MV. So
what?
Just you know what I meant. I said it wrong, but you know what I meant. All right. Magaw 0-1 at Ravenna 0-1. So here's the key fact about you remember the teaser I left earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Magaw hasn't lost back-to-back games since 2004. They are 24-0 following a loss.
Whoa!
Both Ravenna and Magaw lost to their crosstown rivals last week. Field to Magaw, Kent Roosevelt to Ravenna. Both love to run the football in Magaw and Ravenna. They're both going to need their passing attacks if they want this game to go. Give me the Wildcats.
Damn, you just ran right in.
I'm ran because 24-0 following a loss.
In 2004, what were you doing?
I would have been out of high school because I graduated in 01.
Fair.
So I was dating my spouse.
Okay. All right.
So
what?
I was carrying a book bag around Akron. You acted
what?
Like I was going to college.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah, that's exactly what
you were a zip. I like it. Matt, you're taking
Magaw.
You're going to take Magaw as well, and a table of 3.
There we go.
As we go across the board. All right, it is our game of the week. Ellett versus Talmadge in Talmadge.
Golf cart
Give me
central.
the golf cart, baby.
Give
I will
me the
take
golf
Talmadge.
cart. The golf cart is, I'm going to take Talmadge as well.
I'm serious, 330 fans. If we can get a 330 to go high school football show golf cart, we'll take that thing everywhere. We would show up to games in that thing.
Could you imagine?
That would be amazing. We can get a trailer and
pulling
a truck.
up in our pulling up in a Pinto with a little trailer.
Hank's got the 330 to go truck.
Yeah,
we get a trailer with the high school football show golf cart on the back. Who's not
around
down
the
for
track during
Let's
the game?
do it.
Do it. Well,
yeah.
I don't know.
How do we follow that? All right, here's the teaser for next week, folks. It is a short week because it is Labor Day weekend. Hopefully, rest and relaxation, my friend. A whole lot of nothing. I think we're going to go to Cedar Point either Sunday or Monday to kind of hang out for a few hours.
Right? A little bit cooler.
Weather on Monday is supposed to be amazing.
It's been hot.
I got to do some yard work. My grass is pretty tall, so we'll have to mow this week.
Okay. Well.
Our game of the week, for those that care, CVCA and Woodridge.
Yeah, see, I want to be a part of it. See that teamwork?
CVCA and Woodridge is our game of the week. We'll get a chance to speak with both Coach Cook and Coach Martyr.
Okay.
I will actually see Coach Martyr tonight in Beloit, Ohio, as the WestBranch Warriors take on the Woodridge Bulldogs.
Ooh.
So I will be with Q92 Sports alongside Ryan Keller calling the WestBranch Woodridge game. Matt, any plans tonight? You might check in a game, maybe?
I might, maybe. I don't know. Walsh is heading out to PA.
Yeah, that's a far drive. You don't want to go there.
I'm not sure if I'm going to make that venture.
Okay.
So
fair.
It could be the whole idea of maybe I'm going to steal a Friday.
Oh,
because I feel like I've got 15 more weeks of Friday night football that I might get my fill. So, kind of keeping it. I might keep it low key. Stream. I'm gonna go stream it. A lot of these people or schools are streaming games, so I'll probably still watch.
Tonight, big game up in Avon as the McKinley Bulldogs take on Avon. That's going to be a game. Maslin and Glen Oak tonight.
St. V. Perry.
Yes. So shout out to Dorian Grant at St. Vincent St. Mary. First win as head coach of the Fighting Irish.
Yes.
We hope to talk to Coach Dorian Grant here in a few weeks, as St. V will be a game of the week for us. Can't wait to talk to a Buckeye. That'll be so much fun.
Just a fellow Irishman. I'm okay with
that interview will probably be held by you, and then I'm just going to be the creepy guy in the background because I want to chime in and say hi.
You can absolutely.
So, folks, once again, if you're going to a game tonight, watch for the post on the page. As we want to know where you're at. Throw us up some scores, throw us some pictures. We want to know, where are you going in the 330? Let's root for these high school football teams.
Yep.
Until
share
then,
share it out with everybody. Share out the page and join us every week, every Friday.
For those, enjoy your holiday weekend. If you do have to work on Monday, I hope that you get a little bit of rest and relaxation at some point. I know that there's folks that have to work.
Whoa!
You got to pay the bills. Can't sit at home and pay the bills.
No.
So you could, but we won't dive into that. Until next week, guys, be safe. Enjoy the weekend. Jim Donovan, we're praying for you and we love you, sir. I cannot end the show without saying that. Jim Donovan, for those that didn't hear, has stepped down effective immediately from calling Browns games due to his cancer coming back and being very, very aggressive. So Jimmy D, we love you. Get well, bro. All the prayers in the world to you, your family, and go Browns. It's Brown season soon, folks. Until then, week 3, you matter. See you next week.
Ryan Williams, coach. Heck of a win tonight, 22-13 over Hoover. How you feeling?
I guess it ain't hit me yet, man. When you're in that moment, man, all the things are rolling around, in game stuff, man. It don't really hit you until you get home and you sit down. But man, incredible win for these guys, man. They worked hard this whole summer, and it came into fruition. Sure.
In the first half, Hoover was able to run the ball pretty easily. What was the adjustment in the second half that shut that down?
Covering our gaps, man. Moving our 1-tech and our 3-tech a little bit outside and having our linebackers play those gaps. with that, now we give those one-on-ones with our guys that's in the 4 tech and the 5 tech, and now we can play our linebackers, man, and make them put the ball up in the air.
Coach, we talked about Stevie Diamond in the pregame. He scores 2 touchdowns with his legs tonight. The helicopter touchdown was incredible to watch. How special of a player is Stevie Diamond?
Stevie's a Power 5 player at quarterback, and I'm going to say it right now. His arm is live, his legs are live, and we told him, like, man, if you understand that you can be that dual threat quarterback, all right, man, it's going to be more colleges coming to see you. And he took onus to that, and, you know, this is just game 1, but you got to come back and do it all over again. We're going to celebrate this 24 hours, but when Monday get here, we got to have our hard hats back on.
Going back to work, Coach, I want to know, when they blocked the kick, was it relief? Was it excitement? Was it a combination of the two?
It was everything. Then Carter Dawson picking it up and taking it to the house was the icing on the cake. All right, that's what we talked about with finishing. But that's what we talked about with effort. You can't coach that, you know, and I can't be more proud of these guys. And I can't be more proud of these guys, man. Great win.
You picked up a win. Is it revenge? Hoover beat you last year. You got them this year on their home field. That's got to make you feel good.
Man, it feels great, man. You said it's a revenge. It's not revenge. It's just we're being more prepared than ever. And now we can tell everybody, like, man, sit back and watch what we're doing over there with less guys, you know. So, again, I'm proud of them. I'm being repetitive, but, man, these guys are the guys. All 46 of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike Vorhies from Q92 Sports here with Akron Buchtel Griffins. All-around player tonight, Dorian Johnson. Dorian, heck of a win, 22-13 over Hoover. Walk me through this game. It was a tale of 2 halves.
We just have to keep our composure, keep our heads. I know a lot of our players usually crash out during times like this, so we just keep our team's head in, make all of us, you feel me, just have a great game. We just had a great game and stayed together as one.
Dorian, getting week 1 win out of the way, getting that off the checklist. How's it feel?
It feels great. It feels great. Real good, actually. It feels real good.
Last year, Hoover got the W.
Yeah.
This year, you guys get the W.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that defense in the 4th quarter.
Oh, hey.
Coach, don't go too far.
Hey, that defense, hey, we just keep our head in. If our offense can't do nothing, our defense will until they can do something. Every time, every game, every play, every down, every drive.
How are you feeling when that kick got blocked and they returned it for a touchdown?
Oh, I felt great. I felt good. Game was over. I knew the game was over at that time.
There you
I
go.
felt good.
Once again, with Buchtel Griffins, you do it all for Buchtel here. Offense, defense, Dorian Johnson.
Yeah.
Go enjoy this win with your team. Get on to week 2.
Yes, sir.
I'm here with Stevie Diamond, quarterback extraordinaire. 2 rushing touchdowns tonight, a couple of 2-point conversions. Can you walk me through the helicopter touchdown? How'd that feel, Stevie?
Oh, it hurt.
I bet it did.
My hip hurt. I just dove because I thought he was going to go for my ankles. That was the only thing I thought of.
Tonight, it was your legs that got you through. Walk me through this game a little bit. First half was a little sluggish. Second half, your defense kind of stepped up. What were you telling your offense in the huddle?
I was just telling them we got to score. Every time we touch the ball, we got to want to score. We need to score every trip. If they score, we got to score. If defense get a stop, we got to score.
You can pat yourself on the back for a minute. Talk me through your style here. Your legs, your arm. What can't you do?
Nothing.
I love it. I love it. Once again, this is quarterback Stevie Diamond of the Akron Buchtel Griffins. Big win tonight over Hoover, 22-13.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike Vorhies with Q92 Sports. Here with Demetrius Coates, wide receiver, linebacker, cornerback. You guys win tonight over Hoover, 22-13. Walk me through that defensive stand in the 4th quarters when you guys really showed up and showed out. Hoover was able to run the ball a lot in the first half. What happened in the second half for you guys to shut them down?
We just had to tell ourselves to keep going. I mean, push through. We're going to eventually stop them, and we went unscored on the second half.
What did Coach say at halftime to light the fire in the defense?
he didn't really have to say nothing. We really wanted it ourselves. We ain't did this since our freshman year, so we really wanted it.
What's it like to get that first win out of the way? So now you don't have to worry about it. You got it.
It's a huge confidence booster. We feel good going into next week and the weeks after.
Now you can go relax, enjoy this victory, move on to week 2. We appreciate your time. Good luck, and thanks for tonight.
Thank you.